Okay, very good. So we're going to start the meeting by making a couple statements, reading some paperwork here that we need to get out of the way. We'll then move to the swearing in of our newly elected board members. Assemblywoman Downey will swear in Ms. Cook. I believe Assemblyman Hotelling will do Mr. Remy, and Senator Gopal will swear in Joe Grillo. After that, we'll move on to the election of the board president and vice president, and then we'll take up public comment. So in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6, PL 1975, C231 S1, amended 2006, C70 S2, the Asbury Park Board of Education has provided adequate notice of this meeting by sending a notice of the time, date, location, and to the extent known, the agenda of this meeting to the Asbury Park Press and the New Coaster on December 22nd, 2020 via email. Copies of this notice have also been placed at the Administration Building Bulletin Board, District Schools, Asbury Park Municipal Building, Asbury Park Police Department, and filed with the City Clerk on December 22nd, 2020. The Asbury Park School District's mission statement is that the Asbury Park School District will provide all students with a comprehensive and progressive education where everyone possesses the skills and character to succeed in a diverse, evolving global society. We have our election results. Resolved that the Asbury Park Board of Education approves to have the following statement of the results of the November 3rd, 2020 school election made a part of the organization meeting minutes, with being elected to 3-year full terms, Ms. Carita Cook, Mr. Giuseppe Joe Grillo, and Mr. Anthony Remy. At this point, we'd like to move to the oath to be administered, and we'll start with Ms. Cook being sworn in by Assemblywoman Downey.
Thank you
would
so
everybody
much.
please mute yourselves except for the Assemblywoman and Ms. Cook. Thank you.
Thank you. And first, I just want to say congratulations to you, Carita. Carita, you know, as a woman, I'm very honored to be able to swear you in. And you're not only that, but you were the top vote getter, I heard. I saw. And I'm very proud of you. This is your first time running, right?
Yes.
And as a mom and as a resident, someone who really cares about Asbury Park, they are so lucky to be able to have you to add to this wonderful board that we already have. So you are an amazing addition. And again, I'm so proud of you. And now I'll get on with the oath, but I just want to say a few words.
Thank you.
So now just repeat after me. I, Carita Cook.
I, Carita Cook.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
And that I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance to the same.
And allegiance to the same.
And to the governments established.
And to the governments established.
In the United States.
In the United States.
And this state.
And this state.
Under the authority of the people.
Under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Carita Cook.
I, Carita Cook.
Solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I possess the qualifications.
That I possess the qualifications.
Prescribed by law.
Prescribed by law.
For the office.
For the office.
Of member.
Of member.
Of a Board of Education.
Of the Board of Education.
And that I will faithfully.
And that I will faithfully.
Impartially.
Impartially.
And justly.
And justly.
Perform all the duties.
Perform all the duties.
Of office.
Of that office.
According to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Carita Cook.
I, Carita Cook.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I am not disqualified.
That I'm not disqualified.
As a voter.
As a voter.
Pursuant to RS 19:4-1.
Pursuant to RS 19:,
qualified
and I'm not disqualified
from the office of member
for office of member
of a Board of Education
of the Board of Education
due to a conviction of a crime
due to a conviction of a crime
or offense listed
or offense listed in
NJSA
NJSA
18A colon
18A:
12-1.
12-1.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Karita.
Thank you.
Thank you. At this point, we'd like to move to Senator Gopal and Mr. Joe Grillo.
I see Eric.
I haven't seen Vin.
Do you want to do Remy next, or?
Yeah,
No, Vin's there. I see him.
you do?
He's there. He has to press the
Yeah, unmute yourself.
video and the video button.
No, I see him. He has to unmute himself.
There you go. Okay, at this point, we'll move to Assemblyman Hoteling and Anthony Remy.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Okay.
First, I'd like to congratulate everybody, Anthony and Karita and Joe and the whole rest of the school board for, doing what you do. Such a very important job for the community and for the youth of our towns. And, and it's a very difficult job as well. Sometimes it's very difficult to see that you are making a difference, but by your perseverance, you do make a difference. And we respect that. And, as assembly members, we want to be able to be helpful to you. So that's for everybody. And Anthony, I want to congratulate you for your win. And I know that you're going to do a great job on the Asbury Park School Board.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
So if you're ready, I'm ready.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Okay. I, Anthony Remy,
I, Anthony Remy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
the government established
to the government established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I,
I,
Anthony Remy,
Anthony Remy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of member
of the office of member
of a Board of Education,
of a Board of Education,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
all the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Anthony Remy,
I, Anthony Remy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
as a voter
as a voter
pursuant to RS
pursuant to RS
19:4-1,
19:4-1,
and that I am not disqualified
and that I am not disqualified
for the office of member
for the office of member
of a Board of Education
of a Board of Education
due to a conviction of a crime
due to a conviction of a crime
or offense listed in
or offense listed in
NJSA
NJSA
18A
18A
colon 12-1.
12-1.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Anthony, and best of luck to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Senator Gopal, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Terrific. You're perfect.
Sorry,
Okay.
you would think being the younger one of the three that I would be the best at technology, but it's not true. So, um, uh, congratulations to everyone, real quick, and to Karita and to Mr. Remy and Giuseppe, and as well as both of all of your running mates who ran. I remember my first time running, I got crushed. So sometimes it takes a couple times. But congratulations to each of you, and to Angela. I see a lot of relief there on moving away from that board president. So congratulations to you too, and to the incoming leadership also, and a special note of thanks to just an incredible superintendent and Superintendent Gray, who we rely, and I know the governor and others rely very much on her counsel when it comes to education issues very frequently. So thank you, Superintendent, for all you've given us on special ed funding and a variety of other issues that you've helped us with as we try to help districts in very difficult situations. I've known Joe for a long time. Joe, congratulations to you. And I know you're going to continue to be as passionate about Asbury Park kids as you've been during your tenure. So you can raise your hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Giuseppe,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I'll bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States,
in the United States
in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name.
I, Giuseppe Grillo,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office
for the office
of member of a Board of Education,
of member of a Board of Education,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of that
of that
office
office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name.
I, Giuseppe Grillo,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
as a voter
as a voter
pursuant
pursuant
to RS 19:4-1,
to RS 19:4-1,
and that I am not disqualified
and that I am not disqualified
for the office
for the office
of member of a Board of Education
of member of a Board of Education
due to a conviction of a crime
due to a conviction of a crime
or offense listed
or offense listed
in NJSA
in NJSA
18A:12-1.
18A:12-1.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Vin.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And just congratulations to everyone. I didn't get to say congratulations to all of you. Congratulations, Anthony. Congratulations, Joe. So proud of all of you.
Okay, with that, we'll take the roll for this evening's meeting.
Okay, Jeff is about to take roll.
Yes, we have Mr. Saunders on a cell phone. So roll call, Ms. Abez Anderson,
Here.
Ms. Breach, I don't see Ms. Breach. Okay, she was with us shortly. Ms. Cook,
She's there, Jeff.
Hi, I'm here. I'm having trouble with my computer. Here.
okay, thank you. And Ms. Cook, thank you. Mr. Grillo,
Here.
Ms. Etienne,
Here.
Mr. LaRocca. Here. Ms. Lozinski,
Here.
Mr. Remy, Mr. Saunders. Very good. Okay, so let me the next action will be the appointment of the president. We'll open the floor for nominations. The nominations do not need a second. We'll take nominations for candidates. Then we will close the nomination period, and then we will take votes on those candidates based on the order in which they're nominated. So could we have nominations for board president?
I nominate Sheila Etienne.
Okay. Any other nominations? Okay, we'll take a roll for president for Ms. Sheila Etienne. Ms. Abez Anderson,
Yes.
Ms. Breach,
Yes.
Ms. Cook,
Yes.
Mr. Grillo,
Yes.
Ms. Etienne,
Yes.
Mr. LaRocca,
No.
Ms. Lizinski,
Yes.
Mr. Remy,
Yes.
Mr. Saunders? That's a yes. Ms. Etienne has been approved as president.
Congratulations, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I will now be taking nominations for vice president.
I nominate Barbara Lozinski.
For, who did you
I
nominate?
nominate Joe
Barbara
Grillo.
Lozinski.
Okay, any other nominations? We have Ms. Lizinski and then Mr. Grillo.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a roll for Ms. Lizinski as vice president. Ms. Abez Anderson,
No.
Ms. Breach,
Yes.
Ms. Cook, I'm sorry, Ms. Cook, then you need to unmute for vice president, Ms. Lizinski.
No.
Mr. Grillo,
No.
Ms. Etienne,
Yes.
Mr. LaRocca,
No.
Ms. Lizinski,
Yes.
Mr. Remy,
Yes.
Mr. Saunders. That motion carries. Ms. Lizinski is the vice president.
Congratulations.
Mr. Hastings, or Madam President, we didn't do a flag salute. Do you want to do a flag salute? We didn't
Yes.
do that.
And
Sure.
it also didn't read the certification of the election results either.
I believe we did do the election results. We can do the flag salute if you like. Could you all rise for the flag salute?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so we're now going to open. I don't see the part that says about the thing. But we're going to be opening up for public participation. Please keep your statements to 3 minutes. Identify yourself and your address.
If you're calling in or if you're an attendee, you can use the raise hand function on the platform, and you'll be recognized in order in which you raise your hand. If you're a caller, you can hit *3, and that will also move you to the top of our list so that we can recognize you as well. A second to queue up. Mr. Brannigan, anybody on the comments section?
Yes, we have one caller. I need them now.
Wow. Hello. Hi. Yeah, it's John Napolitani, president of the Asbury Park Education Association. Just wanted to call in and congratulate the new board members and congratulate Ms. Etienne and Ms. Blazinski on your presidency and vice presidency. Best wishes and best of luck. We look forward to working with you from the association.
Mr. Brannigan, do we have any more callers?
At this time, no one has raised their hand.
Okay, and we also have our public comment email box. However, there are no emails for comments at this time. So we can close public participation.
Public participation is now closed.
And it is closed at 7:32. Okay, at this point, I think we want to turn it over to our board attorney, Ms. Hope Blackburn. She will be covering school board ethics with us.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I will try to be Adam this evening.
And Ms. Blackburn, do you have a presentation that we need to give you control of, or are you going to do it orally?
I'm going to do it orally, and then Mr. Weiss will send it around so that you will see it, so that every board member will have it. Because part of the requirement of the board member, if addressing the board member code of ethics, is the Department of Education regulation that requires that each board member also receive a copy of the School Ethics Act, read the board member code of ethics, and become familiar with it. So after I'm done with the presentation, for those members who are online, my understanding is that Mr. Hastings will do a DocuSign. Is that right? Is that correct?
Yeah, so we have already sent out the school board's ethics, a form, the code of ethics, along with a signature via DocuSign to all our board members via their email.
Okay, so in general, and I'm just going to go very quickly because it's probably difficult for you to hear me, but basically, the School Ethics Act prohibits various types of conflicts of interest for board members. And all of the School Ethics Act and the Board Member Code of Ethics are in 18A Section 12. Board members are prohibited from having an interest in a business organization or engage in any business transaction or professional activity that is in substantial conflict with the proper discharge of your duties in the public interest. You're not permitted or to use or attempt to use your official position to secure unwarranted privileges, advantages, or employment for yourself, members of your immediate family, or others. Essentially, if a vendor says, I'll pay for you to go on a trip, the basic answer should be no, thank you. You should not undertake any employment or service, whether compensated or not, which might reasonably be expected to prejudice your independence of judgment in the exercise of your official duties. And you should not solicit or accept any gift, favor, loan, political contribution, service, promise of future employment, or any other thing of value based upon an understanding that the gift, favor, loan, contribution, service, promise, or any other thing of value was given or offered for the purpose of influencing you directly or indirectly in the discharge of your duties. And that actually applies to board members and to the members of your immediate family and any business organization in which you have an interest, which would include your employer if you have any type of a management interest. The provision does not apply to solicitation or acceptance of certain campaign contributions if the board member has no knowledge of the reason to believe that if it is accepted, it was given with the intent to influence the board member in official duties. And that tends to be a decision which has been rather fluid over the years with the School Ethics Commission. For the new board members, in case you are not aware, what happens is there is the whole school board Ethics Act and the Code of Ethics that is overseen by the School Ethics Commission. The School Ethics Commission actually does three basic things. It oversees the School Ethics Act and the Code of Ethics. It oversees your annual financial disclosure form, which if you haven't been asked to do it, you will be asked to fill it in within 30 days of your appointment. And it's an annual financial disclosure, which actually asks for potential conflicts of interest which you may have with family members or with business interests. And then it oversees advisory opinions and complaints for violations that can be filed by various citizens. The second piece of the School Ethics Act is the board member Code of Ethics. And Code of Ethics was actually something that was developed by this New Jersey School Boards Association and to govern basic principles of school board membership. And a few years after it was adopted by the School Board's Board of Delegates, the state legislature to your school board code of ethics. And this I'm actually going to read to you because of the requirements that you have read it. It is and it is 18A 12-24-. I will uphold and enforce all laws, rules, and regulations of the State Board of Education and court orders pertaining to the schools. Desired changes shall be brought about through legal and ethical procedures. I will make decisions in terms of educational welfare of children and will seek to develop and maintain public schools that meet the needs of all children, regardless of their ability and standing. I will confine my board action to policy making, planning, policies, and plans only after the board has consulted with those who will be affected by them. Essentially, that is, the board makes policy, the superintendent is the administrator who implements the policy. I will carry out my responsibility not to administer the schools, but together with my board members to see that authority with the Board of Education, the authority rests with the Board of Education, and will make no personal promises or take any private action that may compromise the board. And I would also add with that, that includes when you bump into somebody at the supermarket who asks you to do something in your official capacity. I will refuse to special interest or partisan political groups, or to use the schools for personal gain or the gain of my friends. I will hold confidential all matters pertaining to schools which closed would necessarily injure individuals or the schools. In all other matters, I will provide accurate information and in concert with my fellow board members, interpret to the staff the aspirations of the community for its schools. So the board members are the intermediary between this community and the schools. I will vote to appoint the best available after consideration of the recommendation of the superintendent. And that falls in line with the statute that provides that board members only act on personnel items following the recommendation of the superintendent. I will protect school personnel in the proper performance of their duties. And lastly, I will refer all complaints to the chief school administrative officer and will act on those complaints at public meetings only after failure of an administrative solution. And that is what you will be asked to be signing off on. So with that being said, do you have any questions? Then thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you, Hope. At this point, I'd like to get a motion for all items A2, number 13 to A5, number 19.
I'll move it.
Second.
Okay. And I'll just run through these briefly. I don't know if there are any questions or comments. So we have, again, the approval, acceptance of the school board ethics. We have the listing of our tentative meeting dates for the coming school year with a 6 p.m. workshop, a 7 p.m. regular meeting. This again is the fourth Thursday of each month, except where we know that there are conferences or workshops that may conflict or holidays. So that's been taken into account. We have our board committees, the adoption of Robert's rules as our parliamentary procedure, our newspapers, the Asbury Park Press and the Coaster, the readoption of our policies and bylaws, and a requirement to acknowledge travel and related expenses for the coming year. You have to take any questions on those if there are any, or comments if there's any comments about the dates of our meetings.
Roll call, please.
Okay. Ms. Lozinski?
Yes.
Ms. Etienne?
Yes.
Ms. Alves Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Breach?
Yes.
Ms. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Grillo?
Yes.
Mr. LaRocca?
Yes.
Mr. Remy?
Yes.
And Mr. Saunders? All those motions carry.
Can I get a call for adjournment?
Madam President, may I make a motion to?
All right. I'd like to thank everyone for tonight. I'd like to thank Angela for the stellar job that she's done thus far as president.
Thank you. Thank you.
I acknowledge I have big feet to step into. I ask for some patience as I learn my role. I will try to do the job to the best of my ability. And if you don't know anything else about me, know and believe that the students of this district, the children of our town, is my first and only priority and concern. I'd like to also thank Connie for doing a great job as VP. And I look forward to working with Barbara hand in hand and the rest of our board members. Barb, do you want to say something at this point?
I just think that we're going to have a challenging year, and I appreciate all the new board members, the 2 board members. I think that it'll take a little bit of time for you to get up to snuff. Board of Education isn't easy, and I'm there to help you if you need any, and any of the other board members. Thank you.
All right, at this time, again, I'd like to thank Angela.
I didn't hear her. What did she say?
I'm very short with words. But I'd like, it's not that I don't notice or appreciate, it's just that I'm very short with words. So at this point, I'd like to call for an adjournment.
I'll make a motion.
I second it. And may I say something, Madam President?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you. I just want to, first of all, welcome, and ladies first, Coretta. I want to welcome you, Mr. Remy. It's going to be a pleasure. Welcome back, Joe. And Madam Superintendent, it's good to see you, Jeff, and also Edwin. But Madam President, I just want to welcome you. You're going to do an awesome job, and you may be short on words, but your heart is in it, and I know you're going to be fabulous. Okay? So thank you. Good night.
Okay, and I'm sorry, who moved and who was our second? Thank you. Okay. So we'll have our roll call, Ann. Ms. Alves Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Lozinski? Ms. Lozinski to close, to adjourn?
Yes, you didn't hear me. Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Breach?
Yes.
Ms. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Grillo?
Yes.
Ms. Etienne?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. LaRocca?
Yes.
Mr. Remy?
Yes.
And Mr. Saunders? Thank you. Our meeting is adjourned.
Good night.
Congratulations, guys. Ladies, congratulations, ladies.
Good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. So long. Farewell.
We'll see you again. Bye, Jeff.
Angela's gonna sleep nice tonight. Yeah, she's saying it. You gotta sign this and turn it in.